And Commander Chris Hadfield, it's a pleasure to meet you. Welcome to News Talk Live. You became a huge celebrity in space. What's it like to be a celebrity back here on planet Earth?
Actually, it's really pleasant. It almost feels as if we've all been introduced already. So it's very pleasant. I'm getting to meet people all around the world. I'm traveling around. The book is doing extremely well. So I've been meeting people all across the United States and then across Canada and now across the UK. And it just kind of broke the ice. It's really pleasant.
You're probably working harder than you did on the International Space Station.
No, I know what hard work is. This is not it.
And what's it like having your feet firmly planted back on planet Earth? I mean, what's it like adjusting for your body, if anything else?
Oh, well, when you come back from space, the first few weeks are kind of brutal. It's as if you're recovering from a long illness or a car crash or both or something. Your body's just so used to the graceful elegance of weightlessness, and now it's driven into the world by gravity, and so it has to readapt. Your body worked so hard to adapt to weightlessness, and now it's got to start over again like an infant that's just been born, I think. I have a newfound respect for the squalling infant after birth, I think, because it felt sort of that way. But I'm mostly recovered now.
And the extraordinary experiences, and what's been great is that you've shared them with us. So we felt that we've been on that space station with you, and you've had an enormous following. What's that been like to share those experiences?
You know, I really felt I was there on behalf of so many other people, not just from Canada, but from all around the world. So many people's hopes and dreams and visions and ideas of what they might have done or might still do. And so you feel the weight of that privilege the whole time. And so I did everything I could to share it, to bring people on board, to show them the photography, to try and describe the poetry of the place, of course to do the science and the core work that we're there for. But we're people. We're not robots doing this. And the real beauty and the art and the culture of it and the impact and import of it, that's what I really tried to share.
And you shared them via these fantastic space tutorials, which I have to say are so captivating. I've watched so many of them now on YouTube. This is one of our favourite ones. It's a lesson in how to clean your teeth in space. Have a look at this.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I've got a mouthful of toothpaste stuff. I got a dirty toothbrush. So what I do is I just swallow the toothpaste.
Oh, yuck. We weren't expecting that.
Well, if you spit it into a cloth, then you're on a space station with a dirty cloth, and what are you going to do? So, I mean, toothpaste won't kill you, obviously, so...
But people have been fascinated with all aspects of space life. For example, taking yourself to bed. I mean, who knows? How does an astronaut go to sleep at night? And we've got this footage of you putting yourself into a little... What do you call it? Like a sleep cockpit?
Oh, yeah,
is that your bed?
Sleep pod.
What's happening
here? My little private sleeping pod, and you just shut off the light and let your body relax, set your alarm for the next morning, close the doors, and wake up the next day.
And a good night's sleep? Do you sleep well in space?
Slept great. Every muscle relaxed. You don't have to roll over. Your shoulder doesn't get sore. You don't need a pillow. And nothing gets stressed by being in a bed, and no one else is shaking the bed, and there's no light coming through the window. It's just a beautiful, quiet, peaceful,
and you're left alone, are you?
Place.
By people on
unless
the ground.
The alarms go off during the night, which occasionally happens. Yeah.
And I suppose what's been wonderful is you've been communicating with children, haven't you? And you've really captured their imaginations.
And I have for 21 years as an astronaut. Schools, thousands of schools I've spoken at, but I really resolved this time with the Canadian Space Agency to make as many explanatory videos as we could. And I sang a song from Space Station that included 700,000 students live, which is just a huge echo of what we're doing up there. And for all of them to learn the words to that song and sing along with me, for me, it was a real high point of the flight.
Because that really is what's made you so famous, that wonderful song that you sang, Ground Control to Major Tom. We'll have a look at some of the pictures of that now. I mean, who knew you had such a wonderful voice? What is it like singing in space?
It's a little weird because you're congested. Your sinuses never drain properly. So it's a little bit nasal singing up there, which maybe is good for singing Bowie. I don't know, but it worked out okay. It was fun. I just grabbed a camera and floated around singing this song.
And he's a huge fan. Have you spoken to him?
I haven't spoken, but we've emailed back and forth, and he was very complimentary. He really liked how the song ended up being portrayed. And it was my son who put the video together. And it was really a father-son project that now hundreds of millions of people around the world have seen at some point or another.
And I have to say, you had the best view even on Earth, but you have the best view up there, don't you? And you've taken
oh,
some amazing
You would
photographs.
love the views, the way you get to see the world. We get to see it from Space Station. I took so many pictures trying to capture that.
We haven't got time, unfortunately, to look through all of them, but I'd love to. But the picture of London is very beautiful. Was that one of your favourite cities?
Oh, I set that up. I used to live in London, and I waited till we had a beautiful, clear night. And I just took this by hand, just tracking the camera across, but you can see the airport, the river flowing through, the heart of London, the city itself, the Ring Road. I mean, you can see the history of the town and the great life of it all in one quick glimpse. It is human history and geography, and you can see it alive underneath you.
Does it change you, do you think, being in space?
Subtly, yes, I think so. It's sort of a creeping thing. You don't have a sudden epiphany, but you come back with a patience and a respect for the world and almost a love of how the whole thing fits together that is just unavoidable when you're up there long enough. It's a way to see the planet that I did my best to share with people so they could maybe see the reflection of themselves in maybe a little wider context.
And you've also inspired millions of young children to become astronauts and follow in your footsteps. It's a pleasure to meet you. Commander
nice
Chris
to meet you
Hadfield,
as
thank
well.
you very much for
Thanks.
joining us.
Thank
tonight.
you.
Thank